I'm Steph from Stitching with Steph, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing our April monthly Stitch with Me. We're going into week 2. As you can see on the screen here, it's a beautiful little calendar style Stitch with Me. It is a 11 count. It is 35 by 35 centimeters, and it consists of 22 colors. I'll be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to finish this actual pattern by the end of April, and that's okay. We can pick up back on it April of next year. If I find a link for this particular project, I will go ahead and put it down in this note card here where it says link in bio, and it'll be listed in my description, so you can go ahead and pick up this set if it's something that you want to do. I will be doing one of these every month for the month that we are in. So if you're a subscriber, thank you for coming back today and supporting me on this little journey. I really do enjoy conversing with you guys in the comments and on my other platforms. And if you're not a subscriber and you like this particular type of content, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and go ahead and comment and let me know where you're from. I like knowing where my viewers are watching me from. So let's go ahead and get right into this stitch with me. All right, as you can see, I've been working on this over the past week here. We're going to go ahead. I left my needle parked where I kind of left off. We're going to be doing this color here, which is color number 2, DMC 159. And it's this like really pretty like silvery purple. So I'm just going to finish up whatever we have here for this thread for this stitch with me. So it might be 10, maybe 20 minutes. Who knows? I'm not sure. If it's not the standard length that I normally do, I'll probably just rethread it, just pause you and rethread. So how was everyone doing? I know last week I didn't really do any stitch with me's because my neighbor was getting work done on their roof. And when I tried to record, I heard like the hammering and all that stuff in my video. So I did load a couple of extra reviews for you. So if you haven't had a chance, head on over and watch those because they were some reviews out of my stash that I just pulled and just did for the channel for the time being. But other than that, I mean, I just pretty much worked a lot the past 2 weeks. And then, of course, naturally school. So when I only had that one day to record, it kind of killed my productivity. I did record, like I said, a couple of reviews for the channel after days that I worked nights. So for example, I worked the night before, fell asleep for a little bit, and then I woke up and did some videos for you guys, just so that way we still had some posting going on and some content for you guys to watch. Well, even though they weren't stitch with me's, they were at least something for you. Other than that, things are going good. My semester's getting ready to come to an end. Looking forward to that, just to have a week off until I start my next one. And I keep telling myself, oh, 9 more semesters after this one until I'm done with nursing school. So it sounds a lot better than all the classes that I have to take, to be honest. So slowly getting there. Like I said, I do work full time in an ICU, so I feel like I get to apply what I learn on the floor. And that's how I've built my knowledge, to be honest, is working on the floor as much as I have. So anybody that's thinking about going into nursing school or doing a career change, because I did a career change, do it. I would start off as a tech first so you can at least make sure this is what you want to do and you can get some experience under your belt. Because there's so many nurses that are going into the field and they can't even do like basic patient care. They're missing like critical moments or critical things that cause a patient to decline. So I feel like if you became a tech for a little bit, like you know things to look for and how to assess your patients and how to provide basic care. So if you're looking to get into nursing, definitely start out and try being a tech first while you're knocking out classes for nursing school. That's what I did. Like I said, this is my second career, so my first career is banking and finances, so that's what I did from the time that I was fresh out of high school. I think I'm getting quicker at stitching because I didn't realize how quick this little bit of thread would have ran out for me. So as soon as I'm done here, I'll do a pause right quick, rethread, and we'll go from there. As you can see, I got quite a bit done. I can show you as soon as we're done here. I worked on this one, I want to say one day total on the weekend. And then I think that's about it, to be honest. I think it was actually yesterday. I lied. I worked on it a couple of days on my lunches and breaks from work. I was working, so I work critical care, which is ED and ICU. And I was working in the ED and admissions one day. Well, actually 2 days the past couple of weeks. 'Cause I don't think I gave you guys an update even the week before because I didn't do a stitch with me last week, so yeah. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and thread this on the back. Give me a second. I'm gonna grab my scissors and my handy dandy little stitching bag. Do you guys love it? It's a cat with glasses. If that tells you, if anybody that knows me knows that I love my cats and my dogs. Actually, I left it in my basket at my chair, so bear with me, okay? Okay, so my little cat bag is for like when I travel or I'm taking my kids with me to work. This is my little side, my little side basket. I just put that on my couch or on my arm or on my end table and just kind of keep all my things in there. All right, I'm gonna rethread another needle and I'll be right back. All right, I got my needle threaded and hopefully we'll be able to get back to stitching. So like I said, the past couple of weeks, it's been a little crazy for me. And I worked some overtime as well, just because they needed help on the units. I feel like that's a going consensus all the time if you work in the hospital or in healthcare in general, because there's always help somewhere. If you want overtime, it's there. Because there's one thing that we don't have a shortage of here is sick people. Like right now, we're coming into the warmer months here in Colorado, so we're going to be dealing with a lot of traumas, like motor vehicles, motorcycles, boats, that kind of thing. So it's just part of the season. Like during the holiday times, we deal with a lot of people that try to hurt themselves, unfortunately. So it's just a scary factor. Working in healthcare, we do have waves of certain things that do cause us to have an influx of individuals, just like cold and flu season. We get a lot of pneumonia and flu and RSV, so yeah. What do you guys do for a living? If you want, you can go ahead and leave it in the comments and let me know. I always like to chat with people about things like that, like what you do for a living and what it entails. I feel like we can get to know each other sometimes if we do that. Today's a nice warm day. I don't know what the temperature is. Let me see. Well, it's not warm. It's sunny. I lied. It's 56 today right now. It's kind of funny because we were sitting in like the 70s, which I don't know, that was kind of weird for a bit, 60s and 70s. I was opening up my windows in my house to get fresh air in. And well, today I can't because it's a little chilly out. Instead, I'm just working on laundry while I'm filming videos for you guys. I feel like I've gotten a lot faster at stitching here recently. I don't know why that is. I just feel like I have. I am feeling better from that cold that I had from the last time that we did Stitch with Me's. But now it's like allergies are hitting our household. So it's like, if it ain't one thing for a runny nose, it's another for us. This year I was telling my husband for our garden, I normally grow a lot of things, but I'm taking 2 classes this summer. I'm going to be taking Human Anatomy and Physiology 1, and then I'm going to be taking Psychological Development for Humans. And the curriculum is going to kind of be heavy, and it's condensed into 3 months versus 4. So I think I'm going to go light on my gardening this year because I don't know if I'm going to be able to make the commitment to my garden like I normally do. And that kind of stinks, but what are you going to do? Nothing else much is going on in my neck of the woods, really. Give me 1 second. I'm going to grab some water. Okay, I'm back. If you can hear the trash can, the trash man, with the trash, I'm sorry, guys. Let me go ahead and move this up just a smidge so I can rest my arms a little bit more comfortably. There we go. All right. What kind of projects are you guys working on? Oh no, drats. You see what just happened? Somehow my needle de-threaded itself. It's so funny because when I'm not filming, I feel like I don't have these issues. And then when I am filming, I'm like, you guys get like maybe 15 to 30 minutes of a stitch with me. And I'm like, why do I have so many issues? I don't have issues like this when I'm stitching on my own. Well, what are you gonna do, right? Just roll with it, I guess. One individual on here, she's subscriber. She told me about how her mom taught her to twist the thread so I wouldn't get so many knots, and I've been trying it, and it actually works pretty good, which has been a game changer for me. So thank you for that tip. It was nice being able to stitch and not have stuff knot up on me. What TV shows are you guys watching recently? I started one this week. It's called Harlem Godfather, I believe. It's actually pretty good. It's about like the class wars of different ethnicities in Harlem in like the 50s and 60s and during like the civil rights movement. And then about like, of course, the drugs and the mob and stuff like that. I know it's fictional, but it's kind of interesting to see like how some things were back then. It makes sense on why now, like, there's a lot of like certain individuals in certain areas and stuff like that. I didn't know that was a thing in New York, so again, I live in little old Colorado. So as you can see, I stitch in my hand. There's only one, there's actually two that I have in frames right now. I have my Sailor Moon in a frame just because I wanted that one to turn out more consistent. Like this one is consistent in the sense of my stitches are all the same because it's handheld. But my Sailor Moon one is pretty big, so I didn't want to have to hold that in my hand, so I just left it in my frame. And then I'll be starting a large project, I think either this week or next week. Depends on when I can get to it to stitch on it. It might be this upcoming weekend after I work. But it's going to be a large stitch along or stitch with me. So if you have anything that's a koi fish and you want to work on it, that's what I'm going to be working on. It's a very large koi fish scroll-like cross stitch. So since this next blue box is only one up and two over, I'm just going to travel this stitch. I'm not going to stop stitching just to finish it off. So I'll probably finish this here, or the time, whatever finishes up first here in our stitch with me. Either we'll finish this part, or the video will end, and then we'll just pick up next week on a different section maybe. I don't know. We'll see how far we get. Also, I had somebody view one of my older videos and she left a comment saying, it was kind of hard to see. And I was like, I know, I realized that. And when I very first started, that's why I went and got a better quality camera now. I felt so bad because she's like, the kit is cute, but it's hard to see. And I'm like, oh. So don't worry, I have more of those kits, those traditional Korean wedding ones. I have more of those kits that I haven't even started yet, so I'm sure they'll be in a stitch with me. Do I know when? Absolutely not. Because I have several projects in the works right now that I need to knock out. And I'm like, I'm not willing to make that commitment because I don't know how I'm going to be doing for school. Right now I post daily. I don't know if when the summer semester starts, if I'm going to be able to continue that. I might be able to because I get 4 days off a week, so I might be able to. We'll see. Hopefully I can because I actually like doing this and making new stitchy friends. That's always fun. And having something in common with people. Seems like I'm just going right through this, huh? I actually learned, you guys are going to laugh. So I enjoy cross-stitching for the fun of it, but I don't necessarily know all the technicalities, if that makes sense. So when you stitch in a row like this, I found out that it's called a Dutch stitch. It's where you do a half stitch all the way across and then you come back. I didn't know that's what it was called. I was just like, pfft. All I know is I just thought it was easier when I was stitching. I didn't know it actually had a name, but it's nice to know. I mean, I understood like a full stitch, a half stitch. I know what a back stitch is. I know what a hook stitch is. I didn't know this particular part was called a Dutch stitch, where it's half and half. So I'm actually going to do a finish here and then go up over there. Because again, it's only one up and then two over. And then continue my little Dutch stitches. I find that doing the Dutch stitch gives you more consistency with your stitches. And then you get your rows done faster, but also you got to kind of pay attention to how things are laying. So like, see, I made sure all my stitches were laying properly. I won't do a Dutch stitch all the way, only partially. Because if I do that, then I won't be able to go over here. So I'll just do my full stitches right here. Does anybody have any summer vacations planned? We don't, because of course I'm going to be in school, so we're probably going to do like staycations and stuff like that. I've decided once I'm done with nursing school and I have a nursing job, not just a nurse assistant, but a nursing job, I want to take like a long vacation, like several weeks. But that'll be after like I finish my orientation and new onboarding and get the hang of being a nurse, you know? Because I plan on staying on my unit. I want to work in the ICU. That's why I took this job, is I really like that aspect of healthcare. So, yeah. Oh, dog hair. My dog was being a little clingy yesterday, and he was just gave me those cute little puppy eyes, so I let him get onto my recliner with me while I was stitching. So if you see some hair, it's his. Okay, friends, well, that concludes week 2 of my April calendar stitch with me. Again, thank you for sticking to the end with me till we get through half of that circle around that butterfly. My subscribers, thank you again for returning and hanging out with me today for about 20-30 minutes. If you're not a subscriber and you enjoy this type of content, feel free to go ahead and click that subscribe button, like this video, and then leave me a comment about what you like about this video or what you like about cross-stitching. Until next time, my friends, I'll see you in my next stitch with me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.